Who am I? Well, that's easy. I'm Ryan Bokla. I'm the guy, when the lights are bright, I show up. I'm the guy who is always a hoot to be around. I'm the guy who always puts himself over others. Well, at least that's how I act when others are around. Who Ryan Bokla is when I'm alone? I'm a creator. I'm a glowing soul floating around with no end goal in sight. The world moves fast. I'm surrounded by individuals whose accomplishments pile up, and I'm just left there. There's no one to motivate me, no one to push me to my limits, until I looked inside. I understood the only one who can make me be the best person I am is already inside me. I became my own best friend. When I'm struggling, I journal my thoughts. Now, not in any journal, because that's what everyone else does. I take videos and reflect on those. I create anything to announce my vibrations into the world. But most importantly, I fail. Now in my failures are times of sadness and anxiety, but my friend told me this great saying one time. You think the itsy bitsy spider gave a fuck about the rain? No, climbed the spout again. And that goes for everything in life. It's not about failing that intimidates me. When I grow old and look back, it's the thought of never trying, to even get a chance of what I could truly become. My life is riddled with fear. Fear of rejection, fear of self-doubt. But my biggest and darkest fear is being like them. My life motto is simple. Zig when others zag. My life wasn't always like this. I used to be a jester, the guy who makes you laugh at the expense of himself, going the extra mile to be someone I'm not. Always making sure I'm adored by the people around me. But one day, I broke. The fool inside of me had enough. I looked into a mirror and I hated everything I stood for. Why? Because I stood for nothing. I didn't have morals or pillars I built my life on. I went with the flow and followed those who I deemed smart around me. I concluded I wasn't living my own life. I was a shadow of the voices around me. So, I started from scratch. I became an entrepreneur. I invested myself into a startup company with my best friend. I started to pick up new hobbies, ones that hold up when I display them to my kids. I let go of the people that held me back. I invested my time into myself. I put my phone down and embraced someone I never thought I could become. I started doing things not for the validation of others, but for the fulfillment of my soul. I chose to walk the lonely road, the one I don't expect others to understand. Why? Because when I look back at my life, I want to be revered by few, not understood by the masses. I want to be fearless. I want to photograph the northern lights. I want to write a song. I will become this person because that's who I am. I crave the uphill battle. I want to stare into the abyss and soak it all in. But not for too long, because when you stare into the abyss, it stares back at you. Life to me takes meaning in the darkest times. How you're able to turn a crumbled piece of paper into a masterful mache. So who Ryan Bokla is? That's a great question. One that can't be summed up in one video. But hopefully a lifetime of experiences will be thorough enough to articulate to others.